Hi friends, welcome to Stock Talks. Sorry, bear with me if there is some background noise if you are hearing because there's some construction going on in the background. Today we'll see how Bank Nifty and Nifty perform today, and also tomorrow how it's going to perform, and on Thursday there's expiry, so how it's going to perform we'll see. Today it got opened around 24,950 range, and it got closed today around 24,826. So why today it's unexpected fall? So everybody has a question. So why it got fall? Why we say saw the fall? Basically today, see, sometimes we should see the market in 360 degree. Today it's like dark moon day. Sometimes the big players, like, they believe in, they are like auspicious and they believe on these astrological things. So it's happens, and you can observe this can be happened in multiple times with previous months regarding with a dark moon or some auspicious day. So it behaves like this, and there is no much reason for this fall. So this is the basically the main reason which I felt. And as I'm not aware, like, is there some bad news or something, or corona news? Corona is going on. Everybody, we know that how the cases are coming, but it's not going to impact much to our market, as it's a pandemic. It's got over, and everybody knows that. So whenever we have this pandemic virus, definitely it will stay for long, and everybody got vaccinated, and it doesn't become a problem for problem for our market. So going further, if there is no serious actions or something taken by government, and we'll see tomorrow how it's going to perform and what are the supports and resistance which we have. Today, if you have observed my yesterday's video, so it is clearly respected our supports, and after respecting our supports, it got fallen, and it took time there. It consolidated and fallen. Yesterday, I've already told, always try to see how the price action happens at the support level as well as the resistance level in my previous video. If somebody missed, please see, and I'll just repeat. Just observe whether it's higher low or lower high, how it's going to perform. Okay, so whenever there's a rejection happens at support, so you should always treat it as a resistance. Okay, and if it definitely it will retest again, but that will act as a resistance. It will not act as a support. It's vice versa with your resistance. Okay, today we'll see how it's going to happen for tomorrow, and how we can see the trend is still bullish. There's no change on the daily level. So we can see the support. I'll just draw the levels. You can still see the support is at 24,593 as the the support, which we can see, and the second support, so you can consider as 24,400, and the next support, so if something goes wrong, then the next support is 23,921. I hope this will not touch sooner. So if something goes wrong till then, so what is the the resistance which we can see for tomorrow on the daily basis? So still I could say this one. So even yesterday I showed you the same. So still today it's valid for today itself. So why? Because you can see yesterday also it tried to break and it got again back. So today also it tried to break, again it back. So this shows the power of this zone. So why? No, so it's a lot of resistance which is showing here. If it has to break, it has to come with a lot of volume, and there should be the short sellers should exist from here, from this particular zone. Otherwise it will be difficult, and it will play around this zone itself for some days at least. If you have seen my first video, I've already clearly stated that these levels valid at least for a couple of weeks. So it's happening. You can have these levels in your system while you are doing the trading for your reference. So this is about the day level. So I'll just go to for intraday. Who does intraday, and they wanted to have the overview how we can see on the intraday level. The major support, so for example, for intraday, this should be this one, and I'll just make it as green. Then I can see clearly this one. So then I can draw one more is this one on the support side. These are the levels. So for example, if you see it's getting rejected, so don't take, so directly a P option or something. Why? Because you should see how it's consolidating on this zone. If it is, for example, breaching with a, for example, you have seen today, it got breached, but again there was support yesterday, and it got support from there and it bounced, and again there was resistance, it got, you know rejected from there, and it again touched it, support, and again it went up. So tomorrow we can see a gap up clearly because of the global market, what we can see, and also today, as I said, so it's because of the dark moon, so which we saw. Otherwise, there was no much reason to for this fall. It was not a major fall, I would say. It's accepted what we saw today. So it's not that, So but today what we saw, it's, you can see the higher low it's formed, and again it's forming lower high now. Tomorrow you have to see how, where it will open, and where, how it's consolidating. Based on that, you should see the Nifty levels. So these are the levels which I see majorly on the, 15 minutes. So I'll just draw one more level for resistance here, which I can see, so that it would be helpful for you also to take the calls from your side. So these are the resistance, which I can see at least for tomorrow, and if it breaks harder, so then if I go for 125 minutes, and if I see, let me see if I can see any other rejection level. So if it is breaks, faster, and no, there was no much. So we have next is 250. So there is no much resistance till 250. We don't have much resistance in the top. So you can use this as a levels. Okay. I hope this is clear for you. So how the support and resistance for Nifty at least. So now we'll go to Bank Nifty. So as I said, as I draw yesterday, you can see the same thing have kept. So it respected our, the support zone, and it played around here. And if I go to daily zone, daily frame, I have already clearly mentioned it's getting consolidated. So I have not changed anything from yesterday. It is same as is from yesterday. So this is the zone which I marked yesterday, also a rectangle for reference how it's consolidating. So today also I can draw a, the rectangle for your reference, this zone. So we don't know when this is going to be happen. Like for example, there is a news yesterday that, RBI going to infuse some amount, some crores together for the, for some development or something. So that can, I thought it will boost today, but because of the auspicious day today, so it couldn't, so because of the dark moon day, so we couldn't see the major upside. But keep an eye on Bank Nifty. We have the expiry also. If this is going to be happen, if this breaks out, then Nifty easily can cross 25,200 on Wednesday. It can easily touch 25,600 by Wednesday. Sorry, on Thursday. Sorry, on Thursday, on the on our weekly expiry. Keep an eye on Bank Nifty, how it's going to perform. Based on that, Nifty definitely will give you a boost. Okay, so these are the major levels, and I would say the resistance which I see in Bank Nifty, which yesterday as a draw. So if you have not seen, you can just watch yesterday video also once. So what are the supports, and also I can show you here also now. So these are the major supports which we can see: 55, 215, and 54, 953, and 54, 666. These are the major supports, and there is no much resistance. We have only one resistance which you can see is 56, 112, and it's consolidating in this zone. So this is what I can see on the Bank Nifty. So there is not much movement, but you can keep an eye. So whenever there's a breakout, try to grab it. I would say always try to see how the price action is happening, whether it's higher low or lower high at the support and resistance zone. So I'll just go to 15 minutes, for example, to just to give you a support and resistance for 15 minutes for Bank Nifty. So you can consider this zone as the support, for example, like support level, and where you can see the rejection in the 15-minute zone. You can consider this one as a rejection. Okay, so I hope this could be the one only which I can see the major resistance for today what we saw. Else we have only the, if you want to consider you can consider this, but else I don't think so. This could be as a major resistance, but you can consider this as a resistance to take a call. So to be at least to to exit from your trades. These are the ones which I can see in Nifty and Bank Nifty. So the supports and levels. So it's still we are bullish on both the index, and we'll see some stocks for tomorrow, so which you can see how it's going to be perform. So container corp, this is the stock. So I would say for tomorrow for intraday, this is very good for tomorrow. For example, tomorrow is the last day for options. I think 29th we have like last day, it's going to be expiry. So tomorrow you can take a good call in CC, for example, Container Corporation of India. So major resistance for us here, it got broken today, I would say, and the next resistance is around this zone 797. I can say tomorrow it can touch and come back tomorrow. Okay, so you can consider this one as also the resistance. Okay, 785. So tomorrow you can expect at least 20 to 25 points movements in Container Corporation. Okay, please keep an eye on this and try to do yourself some analysis. And I think these are the levels. So majorly the support is today's whatever we have. This is the support. I don't think so. It can be broken easily. And also I can just show you the supports here. Okay, so we'll go to 15 minutes. So it's bullish. It's not that it's this one. Tomorrow just wait, so it can open here or somewhere here. Just try to see the price action, how it's going to perform, either higher low or lower high, and then you just take a call on the stock. So but it is bullish. Okay, it is bullish. And then one more is ACC. Let me, oh yeah, okay, so it got open. So ACC is looking for me a little bearish, but it's good for you for tomorrow for the intraday. So if you want to have to take some intraday, so then you can consider this. So for me, at least I would say the first support, for example, so there are support, but I would say 1890 is the major support. You can see some rejection from here, and you can catch some sorry, there was some internet issue, so I'll just continue from there where I stopped. I think I'll just draw support. So you can choose this as a first support, and then I can just mark it as the second support. So definitely you can have a better momentum tomorrow towards the downside, I believe, for ACC at least, so that you can have on the PE side. So till here you can keep it as your SL, and you can take PEs, I would say. This is for intraday. So those who are doing so, as we know, so for long term, so this is a good stock. But for tomorrow, I'm just telling that for this one. But long term, it's for at least for a couple of weeks. It looks like basically the bearish one. So, but for long term, it's very good stock for to buy in terms of for the investment. So let's see our global market, how it looks like. So you can see our US market, Europe market, it's very good. And what we can see, the Dow Jones, which is already 1.22% up, and then DAX is already 181 points up, like for example 0.75, and all, it's looking very green. And even our Gifty got recovered a bit. Then we can see the European market is it's good. So somewhat not mixed, but it's good in terms of this one. But today, because of our so because it's the dark moon, so we saw some fall. But otherwise it shouldn't have been the case actually. So this is the overall look, I would say. And there are some strategies, like for example how to take calls on 915 and 950 9 for example 9:30 and 9:45, 10. So there are a few strategies. I will try to make videos on it, how to tackle on these kind of time zones, how we can take the call. at that times. So there are few strategies, and also there are few strategies again. For example, in terms of yesterday's gainer, top loser. Tomorrow, how we can consider, there are some strategies. So that I'll also make some other videos. So on daily basis, I'm just providing you the overall analysis of the Nifty and Bank Nifty, but I will give you posted on the weekends. Like for example, on these kinds of videos, the best strategies, how we can figure it out on for the intraday, as well as for example technical and fundamental. So I'll try to make videos in future. And again, please subscribe and support. Please post your comments. If there is any some issues with the video, please stay with me. Then I would like to thank you so much for your support. Keep supporting, and don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you'll get a notification. You will not get a notification if you don't click on the bell icon. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.